Kashmir, a land of breathtaking beauty and enduring pain. For over 7 decades, it has stood at the center of one of the world's most dangerous rivalries between India and Pakistan. This is the story of borders drawn in blood, of wars fought, peace broken, and generations caught in between. From partition to the present day, this is Kashmir, the heart of the conflict. A documentary series by Audorix. Episode 6, Peace, Talks, and Turning Points, the 2000s to 2010. After decades of violence, there came whispers of peace. The guns hadn't fallen silent, but people began asking, can dialogue succeed where war failed? The 2000s brought a shift. New leadership, new diplomacy, and new hope for resolution. Agra to Islamabad, diplomatic overtures. In 2001, Indian Prime Minister Atal Bihari Vajpayee met Pakistan's President Pervez Musharraf in Agra. The summit began with optimism, but collapsed without agreement. Still, backchannel diplomacy continued. In 2003, a ceasefire along the line of control was announced, the most significant thaw since the Kargil War. Then came 2004. India and Pakistan officially resumed composite dialogue, trade, travel, people-to-people contact. For the first time, buses ran from Srinagar to Muzaffarabad, reconnecting divided families across the LOC. Hope returned to the valley. The shadows of terror. But peace had its enemies. In 2001, terrorists attacked the Indian Parliament in Delhi. In 2008 came the Mumbai attacks. 10 gunmen from Pakistan-based group Lashkar-e-Taiba unleashed terror for 60 hours. Over 170 people were killed. The attacks brought Indo-Pak relations to a standstill. Peace talks stalled. Trust evaporated. India demanded action. Pakistan denied involvement. Kashmir again became a battleground, this time of diplomacy and denial. The changing face of protest in Kashmir. Meanwhile, the valley changed too. In 2008, mass protests erupted in Srinagar. Tens of thousands took to the streets, not with guns, but with slogans. It wasn't a militancy. It was a movement. Stones, not bullets. Voices, not violence. The 2010 uprising was fueled by youth, angry at police brutality, unemployment, and broken promises. Over 100 civilians were killed in protests that summer alone. A new generation had emerged, disillusioned but defiant. Pakistan's internal struggles and strategic shifts. Across the border, Pakistan faced its own battles. The war on terror turned inward. Terror groups once supported for Kashmir began turning on Pakistan itself. Cities like Peshawar and Lahore were hit by deadly attacks. The army cracked down on extremists, but Kashmir still remained on the agenda. Pakistan's official stance? Moral and diplomatic support. Unofficially? Militant networks still lingered. Yet, international pressure, especially from the US, forced Islamabad to recalibrate. Dialogue interrupted, but not dead. Throughout the 2010s, India and Pakistan danced a familiar pattern. Talks announced. Talks derailed. Ceasefires held. Then collapsed. Both countries held elections. New leaders brought new rhetoric, but the core issue remained unresolved. Kashmir's youth were angrier, the military presence heavier, the trust thinner than ever. And as the decade neared its end, another storm was coming. The 2000s and 2010 were years of possibility and pain, of bridges built and bombed. For every handshake, there was a gunshot. For every ceasefire, a violation. Kashmir remained suspended between talks and tragedy. But the real turning point was still to come. In the next episode of Kashmir, the heart of the conflict, we examine the events of 2019, when Article 370 was revoked and Kashmir's status changed overnight. A move hailed by some and condemned by many. What happened on August 5th, 2019? And how did it redefine the Kashmir dispute? Subscribe to Audorix and join us as we continue uncovering the truths of this complex conflict.